It was an important phone call that I've been waiting for some time. So sorry about that, guys. Sorry. We got Salisbury steaks up in the house. I don't know how many people are going to be in here. Let me show all my stuff. I already took Glenn over his, so I'm going to get mine now. It did turn out really good. I'm sorry you guys missed the whole preparation of it. But I just made a simple potato. All right, just a simple potato. I didn't even put sour cream in it, just butter, salt, pepper, a little bit of milk. That's all I did. And a Salisbury steak right on top with a little bit of gravy. And I use onions and mushrooms, so if you don't like onions and mushrooms, it's going to look disgusting to you. But there you have it, folks. There it is right there. Salisbury steaks. That's why I use hamburger. The hamburger is much easier, palatable wise. Give me a second, guys. And of course we have our undereater table, catch if it falls situation. If it falls, right? So, there is that. So we have food. Now okay, good. I wanted to make sure I didn't taste bad. Of course it doesn't taste bad. I cooked it, right? I cooked it. Let me check the meat. Good. I'm always concerned when I don't season my meat for a night. And I've got these new rock salt and peppercorn. So I'm not sure if I season it correctly on the rock salt and peppercorn. So good. So very good. So I hope everybody's having a good day. We're keeping the focus on Clear SETH. We're keeping the focus on Sebastian Rogers. Many of you know what case we're talking about. We need to be out there looking. There's a $50,000 reward. Listen, I know that people are saying there's 25 here and 20. Everybody's now coming out with $25,000, right? I heard Dog the Bounty Hunter is proffering $25,000. I heard another content creator is giving $25,000. I heard that Nick the Hat is doing $25,000. I mean, it's just starting to become ludicrous now. If these are true, legit reward offerings to up the reward, I definitely think that they need to send that money over to the FBI and put a condition on it that if it's not spent, if somebody is not found, that they get that money back, that it doesn't stay with the FBI. And then we know that everything's above board. But the stuff that I saw is actually taking the leads away from the law enforcement body and taking it to a private individual, a journalist, okay? Nick the Hat is a journalist. Like I said, we have issues with this, but he's a journalist. I know he's a journalist because he sold my content, right? He sold my content to TMZ. So I just am very curious because he did that Danilo Cavalcanti escape. He did a lot of different stories, but a lot of political stories. I don't think he really ever did any true crime stories on his platform before he went to jail until Gabby Petito. I think Gabby Petito is one of the first because Jonathan was working for that particular news organization at the time. And of course, I did some freelance work for them. So I don't want to dog him because, again, he's a good guy. But he also has ties with somebody that's not a good guy. And he did just go to jail for, email, some type of email fraud. No, not fraud. Some type of email thing. I don't want people thinking that he's scamming people through the email. It wasn't like that. It was, I think it was manufacturing emails, honestly, for news stories or something like that. So you kind of see where Jonathan got that from. It wasn't serious, at least, to the normal person, but I can't remember what he was actually charged with, but to me seemed really stupid. But I don't know the details of the case, but I know it had something to do with emails. It wasn't that he was defrauding anybody through the emails. He was just, the emails themselves were fraudulent, or he was making, I think he was making emails that appeared to be politicians' emails or something like that, and sending emails from those, you know, basically trolling somebody. So I just wanted to make sure it's a clear picture. I don't want you guys thinking that he's like this huge criminal that's stealing, you know, grandma's pocketbook, you know. It's not like that. But he did go to jail over clerical stuff. But the clerical stuff, in all fairness, is cyber. That's why I don't do things. I don't send messages. I don't do it hardly anything. I like boots on the ground, front, you know, because you can't really do anything when you're boots on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not violating telecommunication laws. You're not violating cyber laws and other things, you know. So I like that. I like that a lot. But I always keep telling people, what you're doing online is usually felonies, right? If you're reaching out to people, recording people, you're monitoring their every move. Like I have people follow me online and offline. Like, I am being stalked. I've been stalked for years, which is really upsetting. So, long story short, is I'm just be very cautious about calling those numbers. I think, even though, I mean, why don't we do this? We'll say we're very thankful for the reward increase, but maintain, if you have any information, send it over to 1-800-TBI or call your local FBI. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll say. Because then we don't have to dog people for trying to legitimately help, if that's what it is. You know, I never want to dog anybody that's legitimately trying to help. But I also don't want to redirect leads or major investigative information away from the law enforcement, right? I think that's a bad idea. And you guys, I've said that for a really long time. I don't do it. I think personally it's a bad idea. Law enforcement needs to be, it's not for some third party to decide whether the lead is legitimate or not. If there's a lead, law enforcement should have that lead. Nobody else, law enforcement. I'm an investigative journalist, especially in this case. Not all the time do I do investigative journalistic work on these cases. Some might require a different tool in the toolbox. But for this one, it's investigative. And I'm not sure, even with me wanting to know a lot of information, I'm not sure that I want to interfere with the integrity of the investigation, especially if it's somebody else's information. You know? Yeah, I'm back. I stayed on the phone too long. I knew you guys were on there, but I couldn't get off. It was a very important phone call that I had been waiting for pretty much all day. I didn't know if it was going to be today or not, but it was. So I had no choice but to take it. And I've got baby girl watching me eat, but it's hard. I can't give her. I'm gonna have to scrape off the gravy to give to her because she can't have onions. Onions are not good for dogs. Garlic, believe it or not, I heard is good for their coat and fleas. She doesn't have fleas. Just I check her religiously. You know, I'm always worried about fleas coming in the house. So I wash her. I wash her about once a week, maybe between once a week and once every 2 weeks is when she gets her bath. And she gets Pantened, right? Because I strip her oils off her hair because I use Dawn. Dawn you keep on an animal for a few moments and it kills all fleas. I don't know if many people know that. You don't have to buy expensive dog shampoo, flea shampoo for dogs. Like, the best thing that has ever worked, I've used it for literally since I was a kid, is Dawn liquid soap. Dawn liquid soap, you put Dawn liquid soap on your dog and you let that soap set on them for 5 minutes, every single one of the fleas will be dead. Dead. Like, they're literally floating down the water, dead. I use a couple drops of tea oil in the shampoo. I don't know what tea oil does, but that's what I use. I've used it because, you know, when we were growing up, we couldn't have dogs in the house. Period. Life is not like it is today. If you had cats, the cats stayed outside. If you had dogs, the dogs stayed outside. They're not bringing the food in, the dirt in, the bugs in. So, oh, does it? I didn't know it killed. Well, I guess it, because a lice is kind of like a flea for humans, so I guess it would. I don't even know what a bed bug is. I heard people have them. I've never had bed bugs. And I'm thankful. And even when I'm in questionable hotels, I won't put my luggage on any fabric. If I'm in a good hotel, I don't mind, but I've never had a problem. The only time, actually the only story of bed bugs, I never even really heard of bed bugs. I thought it was just a joke until my stepdaughter, this was years and years and years ago, she was staying somewhere and maybe it was her mom's, I don't know. No, it wasn't. That's right. She got a new mattress. I remember the story. Holy smokes. She got a new mattress from one of those rental places, you know, rent to own places, like a Buddy Buy Right, but not. And the bed was delivered with bed bugs. That's a problem for me. I don't know how a new mattress can have bed bugs. But I remember she said she put her sheets and her comforter on, and when she got in, she started scratching. And then she started noticing her brand new comforters, the seams were starting to split. And that's when she realized that she had bed bugs. Hey, sweet misery, it's nice to see you. Oh, who's this? Jeff, it's nice to see you. Cool, thanks for the Dawn to Kill Flea soap tip. Keep up the great work, Betty. Yeah. And what I do is I take you can get any, like I just have Pantene, so you can use any. You can get, you know, a cheap one, but just get like a leave-on conditioner. One that scents pretty, if you got a pretty dog. Like mine's a girl, so she's going to have a pretty dog, pretty scent. But they might have one a little more manly leave-in conditioner. So if you got a boy dog, maybe you're going to want a different scent. You might want a little different scent. There's a few things, like I'm conservative, so I'm cheap, right? I'm cheap. And there's a few things that I have to have that are name brand. One is Dawn. The other is my Gain and Downy. There's not a whole lot of name brand stuff that I have to have, but there are a few exceptions to that rule. There are a few exceptions to that rule. Hey, car guy, how's the lawn? Well, I got the battery taken out. I took the battery down. Battery was dead, and I'm like, yes. Then I got it back here, and I put it on. Turned it over, click, click, click. It is the starter. So we're going to be Repairman Betty soon. We're going to be Repairman Betty soon. So I've got the starter. I've had the starter. I just didn't want to replace the starter. I was hoping it was the battery, which I'm glad I didn't replace the starter. Well, I should have replaced the starter, but then I would have been disappointed and thought the old starter was still good. But now that I know that the battery and the starter's bad, and I did you know, they make a YouTube for that, so I did a YouTube video and know exactly how to take the starter. And it's very simple. It's right there. You can't miss it. And I had my neighbor bring me over a 7/16, a thin 7/16 for it. Oh shit, what did I do with it? I can't mix his with mine. Crap. I don't know what I did with his. Shit. Hopefully I put it over there with my other stuff. All I know is I need to give it back to him. That's his tool. But I didn't have it. Like, I was watching it, and they said, you got to keep this bolt here, otherwise the wires will turn in there. And I really don't care for the old one, because obviously it's not working. But I still don't want to damage the new one. So, it is what it is. We're still on the drumbeat of Clear Seth Rogers. Still on the drumbeat of Clear Seth Rogers. So, we want to make sure that everybody knows Seth Rogers is the only person that's seen on video. The only person seen on video. The only person that has publicly has publicly produced a polygraph, and polygraph results not from their mouth, but from an actual FBI trained administrator that says that he passed with flying colors. And so we don't understand why. We don't understand why he is still on the hook and why they're preventing him from bringing the Cold Case Foundation in, but they are. Or why, in the alternative, if law enforcement knows that what he wants is to bring in law enforcement or this resource, the Cold Case Foundation, why don't they just preemptively ask them to come in? You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, Seth, we can't clear you because of the details of this case, but what we can do to give you a little peace of mind is we'll request the Cold Case Foundation to come in so you can have some peace of mind. Like a middle of the road approach, which just doesn't seem like it happens. The middle of the road approach. It's like it's their way or the highway. And it's like this man is, you know what? I wish some of these officers or the detectives or whoever's running this case would put themselves in this man's shoes. I really wish that they would put him in this man's shoes. And they won't. Where is the empathy for the father of this boy? That's what I don't understand. Maybe somebody can clear it up. Does anybody have a clue of what would your reasons be why they're not clearing Seth, and why they're not at least honoring his wishes? What people are being mean? If anybody's being mean, if I have mods in here, kick them out. It's a privilege to be in here. It's not a right. If you can't handle your own stuff, you don't like me, you don't like my content, it's your choice to watch. You can just move on. You can literally just change the channel and never have to see my face again. It's just that simple. Well, this one I did a little bit differently. Usually I have like a little beef broth, but Olivia turned me onto this. This stuff right here. Better than bouillon. I love this stuff. This stuff, I got this one made it roasted beef, right? This has, it's very delicious. It's a great, it's great. And I didn't put as much liquid in this, so it's a little more robust. But the patties were pretty thick, and like I said, I'm just using that rock salt, so I'm just now adjusting to the saltiness of the rock salt as opposed to the iodized salt, They have different flavors, and they season meat differently, so I wanted a more robust flavor in case I didn't season the meat well. Perhaps not to alert the public to others' involvement. Imagine if Seth found out. He'd be mad. Yeah. I mean, I get it, but that's why it's so important. Like the Cold Case Foundation, those are officers, so they know how to, they know how to keep things confidential, But I don't think Seth wants the stuff that goes to the integrity of the case. I don't think he wants that, right? I think that, I honestly think he just wants to know, are they moving? Are they at a standstill? Is his son's case closed? Or do they have something? You know? Anything. Just, he doesn't want to know what the something is, right? I think at the end of the day, he just wants to know if they're further along than they were. Do they have anything more than they had on February 26th? I don't think it's an unreasonable request. They must still think he may have done something. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that at all. So, I think we have problems. Hold on. I will be back quicker on this one. Just give me a minute. I told you I'd be back this time. I know I left you guys hanging last time. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean, I didn't mean for it to take so long. So, let's see what's going on here. All right, you can get out. You can get gone. Wait another 5 days or go make another troll account, you idiot. Here, let me help you. If you don't like watching, change the channel. Be an adult. I'm sorry. You want some potatoes? Let me give her a little bit of potatoes. I think she didn't eat potatoes. They don't have any onion on them. Give me just a second. Let me get her a little something. She's been such a good girl. She deserves a little something, something. All right, girlfriend. Okay. Okay. All right, little girl, come on. There you go. I got a whole kitchen to clean now. Good gracious. A 2-pot meal still takes up, like I still got dishes that have mixing and all this other stuff. Oh well. Let's see if she likes my cooking. And I gotta imagine dogs like anything but dog food. You know what I'm saying? I don't even, like I've always wanted, it sounds crazy, but it's not, like, I almost want to chew a piece of dog food just to see what they're feeding my dog. You know, if it doesn't taste good, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know what she's tasting. Like, if it's something that I'll, you know what I'm saying? It just seems like, yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had a call. I had to take it. And it took longer than I expected to get through the conversation and what have you. So there is that. There is that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on here. Denise, why are you voting for her? Yeah, I listen, we're not getting into politics here. I will tell you, occasionally we'll have political talk. I'm a conservative. You know, I believe everybody has a right to vote for who they want to, and whether I agree with it or not. You know, that's America, right? That's America. We don't have to agree. We're not here for who we vote for. Everybody knows who I'm voting for. But we are here for the kids. We are here for the kids and the other victims. I do think Tennessee has big issues. To me, that's an understatement.
tire it is on your mower to flat, I might have one.
Do you? 'Cause I gotta change out the starter on it tomorrow sometime. I put a new battery on it today. It didn't crank up. I gotta put a starter on it tomorrow, see if that fixes. But you're more than welcome to go back there and look.
Where is it?
It's in the well. It's locked in the barn, and I'm on a live right now, so
Okay.
I'll show it to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Glenn told me to go back and look at it, but it looked like the damn thing's locked. I'm not gonna.
Well, it's got a little thing, but yeah, it's
I don't
locked.
care,
So
I'm not-
I got you. No worries.
You
Yeah.
got probably good aim.
I'll talk to you later. Thanks. You guys are gonna laugh at me. You guys are gonna laugh at me so hard. That was my lawn man that did the mohawk in the back of the yard. But since I couldn't get the lawnmower cranked and I'm not doing it like that, hurt. Look at that. I still have the freaking blister from push mowing my freaking yard. Even on the middle finger. Look at that. I'm not doing that again. Okay, I'm not doing it again. So he's going to probably give me another mohawk in the backyard. But at this point, I don't care as long as this yard is mowed. I did mow, I already mowed it, but then I went to Tennessee, and then after I got back from Tennessee, the yard was obviously rained. It's been rained. All 4 of my shepherds are now looking for. Yeah, she doesn't bark unless the doorbell is rang. She doesn't unless I tap my feet or I try to get, because I know how to make her bark, right? So I'll do things to trigger her, but she doesn't bark on her own unless I'm teasing her. But there's something about the doorbell. When the doorbell rings, she goes absolutely nuts. And she's sitting there and she's like, "Rah, rah, rah." Well, you guys heard her more than me. She is cute. She's my little guard dog, right? She's my little guard dog. She's got the cutest little bark, doesn't she? All right. Well, the votes are in. She likes Mama's cooking. She's eating the potatoes now. She started off with the burger first. Who knew, right? Watch out, mailman. I know. Late night, no dog. No dog is not donating 25. Oh, wrong guy. Okay. I thought I saw a repost from Dog the Bounty Hunters post, but again, I'm thankful for anybody increasing the reward, but I just think that all the advertisement for it needs to direct the leads to the FBI. I would never, as a journalist, put together a email or a phone call or a phone number for people to call leads into me, because you guys know I don't mind collecting information. I don't mind doing stories and taking a deep dive into these cases and into the people and stuff like that, doing investigative work. But I do have a problem with someone eliciting leads that need to go to law enforcement. Typically what we talk about is stuff that's already posted online, some other stuff, things that people hear. We got some people on the ground level there. So we've got a lot going on. And it's, to me, we just need to keep it focused on Sebastian and getting leads, legitimate leads, to law enforcement so it can aid in finding Sebastian and bring the people that if he had help disappearing, if he's disappeared unwillingly, or if he was met with foul play inside or outside of that home. We need to find information that's going to lead to his whereabouts. And right now, I believe it is the Bridges. I truly believe it is the Bridges. So, guys, I did find out earlier today, we are going to have, it sounds like court is not going to be on the 9th, it's going to be on the 10th. I just got an email or a text, and just popped up. And so it looks like it's going to be on the 10th. So I'm hoping that we can get as much media in that courtroom as possible. That would be really, really good. This is going to probably be the first time that we're going to see the entire family. You know, the mom, stepfather, grandparents, step-grandparents, Seth. Seth will be there. I've confirmed that Seth will be going to that court hearing on the 10th. So it's definitely going to be a big deal, in my opinion. It's going to be the first time that anybody has seen this entire family together for 6 months. And I'm hoping that that'll be enough to get some of these, you know, cameras and journalists out there to that hearing on September 10th. So, hey, True Psychic, it's good to see you. I hope everybody's doing great. Oh, Lady Lacey, thank you so much. It's nice to see you. So if you guys are out in the Tennessee area, you might want to come by too. I know that, you know, we have some people from the area that are on here, YouTubers and stuff like that. They may want to come out. We know that there was you know, Megan Fox just did a report on all of this. So it's just it smells wrong to me, and I know for a fact I've not committed a crime. So I'm interested in seeing how this all works out, you know, because at the end of the day, I've got violations of court orders without any due process. But we'll see how it all works out. So I don't have a magic ball. We're in a different state, in a different county. I live in Florida, right? I follow Florida law when I'm here. I only been in that community for 4 days. And, you know, so I followed the law while I was there, when I was there. And I follow the law here in the state of Florida when I'm here. I can't wait to hear how they are. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So we've definitely got a lot of things going on. You know, obviously it does kind of feel like I'm being singled out by the law enforcement there. And we'll just have to see how it all goes. And whether they apply the same standard that they apply to everybody else to me, you know? They don't have to like me. They don't even have to like what I say. But they do have to follow the law, you know, just like I have to follow the law. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like what they're saying, right? But it doesn't give me a right to violate the law. And it doesn't give them the right to violate the law, in my opinion. So we'll see how this all works out. But I'm pretty sure that we should have a much more successful day on Tuesday. I guess I'm going to be having my first appearance and my arraignment and a full-fledged trial. It's going to be probably an all-dayer. You know, that's all I got to say. It'll probably be one of those things that are all day, you know. But I'm hoping by the end of this, they'll be forced to drop all the charges against me. Like, there's some problems there. But we'll see. You know, my life and the things that I go through are publicized on my channel. I don't see that changing anytime soon. I don't see my opinions and criticism changing anytime soon. I really don't. We as a public, in my opinion, have a right to say whatever we want. We're not in a movie theater screaming fire. We're on a YouTube channel that people have a choice to watch or not watch, right? Why they watch it if they don't like me is pretty, I don't know, it's pretty unhinged, personally speaking. It's pretty unhinged. So, I don't know, I guess people don't have anything to do with their time but complain. I'm not a complainer, I'm a doer. That means when we have problems, if I have a problem, you don't hear me complaining about it unless I find a solution. If I was there, I'd go to jail 100%. I don't play well with demons like them. You know, I didn't even bother them. I didn't even bother them. So we'll see how it all goes down. You know, I don't want to talk about my case. I don't want to jinx anything going on Tuesday. I just promised you guys, if I knew when I was going to be going to court, my attorney told me to bring my butt back to Tennessee, was when I was going to bring my butt back to Tennessee. We'll see how it all works out. We'll see how it all works out. I have a funny feeling it's going to bode in my favor. Just saying. I really think it's going to bode in my favor. We'll see. But, you know, it is one of these nail biters, right? We've got a department that, I don't know. We'll leave it at that. Tuesday's coming here before we know it, and once Tuesday's done and over with, we'll have a deeper dive and a deeper discussion into this particular case and into this particular matter and see where we go from there. But getting back to Sebastian Rogers and the situation that we're in with Sebastian Rogers' case, where this boy allegedly fell asleep in his own bed, and when his mother awoke, he was gone, but he was never a runner. Nobody heard a door open. Nobody saw a door open. No cameras picked him up. Weird phenomenon inside the house with the lights. Weird phenomenon outside the house with the lights. Weird phenomenon with the dog, the search dog that jumped into the retaining pond with no no understanding of why. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff here. We've got constant interviews that are contradicting each other's inside the interview. For example, in Smiley's world, you know, Katie on one hand was saying, you know, yeah, we talk all the time. You know, I usually put the phone down while we're eating supper so we can all have a family dinner together. And I just put it on speaker and we just communicate at dinner. And then literally the next paragraph, she's like, no, I really do it at night, you know, after dinner and everything's done and Sebastian is relaxed, you know, we stay on it's like you can almost see her brain running a mile a minute to find answers to the questions, that her brain is working so overtime that she's not even realizing she's saying one statement in this sentence and another statement in this sentence. Are those misspeaks or are those flat out lies? You know, we have to ask. We don't know. I'm not Katie. I don't know her. I know nothing about her, but everything that I have seen, you know, doing the due diligence, building the family tree, you know, doing things like that from public records. You know, that's all we got is public records. We don't really have any additional insight unless a family friend or somebody else sends us information or posts it on social media. We have nothing. I can tell you what we did find out is that the mom has had a very rough childhood, and there is no possibility in my mind that there is not some psychological, you know, damage because of that. I can't imagine, but I know I've dealt with learning about children that go through the types of traumas that she has gone through, and I can tell you it took years and of recovery just to be able to function. And then they still had lifelong scars that would cause them problems throughout their life. So, you know, is that what we're dealing with here? You know, we have to ask the questions. We know something bad happened. It's widely known at this point. Somebody had done the work themselves and posted it on social media. And then just like everybody else, we just ran with the story. It sounds like some of the people being the stepfather or this and that, they were mislabeled. But for the most part, those things did happen. It's just whether they were a stepfather or an aunt and uncle, you know, those types of things were incorrect in the reporting of those. All the people that come to this channel to hate watch, press a laugh reaction. You are God's biggest. Oh, good gracious, good gracious. Have you guys called? I mean, we probably need to, you know, make sure that we have, you know, maybe if people are out in the Tennessee, let's do some free Betty signs, you know, post them up around the community or something like that, you know, because I got to tell you, this is a nerve-wracking process, but at the end of the day, my life is truly on this, you know, computer and phone. When I'm home, we talk several times a day. When I'm out in the field, we investigate and come live and do searches and do a lot of good things. I truly believe that whatever happened between me and what's going on in Sumner is because of, I think they were trolled. They just think I am like the devil. You know, they don't understand who I am or what I do, you know. So maybe explaining would be nice, you know. Whether people love or hate you, you need the news and people taking, not hiding. The inconsistencies are continual. Yeah, I think that's the reason why they stopped. You didn't finish your potatoes. Come here. Come here. What? You want to jump on me, but you don't want me picking you up? I'm not giving you any more meat. You got potatoes. I know. But you got potatoes still. Didn't you have a good dinner? Didn't you have a good dinner? Well, I don't understand what you want. You want up? You want in mommy's lap? Come on. Guys, give me just a second. Now's not the time to play. I don't have time to play with you. Oh my God, what are you doing? Then I'm not picking you up. Oh my God. I think she wants me to play. She's running around in a circle. She looks like she wants to come up because she always paws at me when she wants up. So I put my arm down like I always do to see if she puts her paws on my arm, then I know she wants to be picked up. I'm not playing with. No, you're not going to bite me. I'm on a live. You want up or no? You want up? I'll get you up if you want up. I'm not playing with you. Okay, she wants to just play. I don't have time to play with her at the moment. We'll get through this live and then I'll play with her until her heart is content. But at least I know the yard's getting mowed tomorrow. Really? I just asked you, do you want up? Do you want up or no? Come on. Quit looking at your plate. I'm not giving you any more burger. You've got a tiny little tummy. All right, she's being difficult. This is what people don't understand. I got to be on the you know, she's got to be settled down because it does kind of cause some distractions because she does get a little. And she's pawing at me again. What do you think you're going to do? Ow! Ow! Anyways, let me read this. I'm just going to have to, guys, I'm going to have to ignore, you're going to have to ignore. People shouldn't be here looking for malice. Exactly. You know, we're here talking about a kid. I don't care whether they like my commentary or not. You know, at the end of the day, I have my opinions and I'm entitled to them. And people aren't entitled to watch, right? They have the choice to watch. They don't have to watch. They can literally move on. But in this day and age, we've got a lot of mental illness that is unchecked and she's just gonna keep going. She's gonna keep going. I'm trying here. Would you like up? Oh. And you go back to biting me. I'm not here. Let me pick. Come on. What are you doing? She is running around the house. All right, guys. I don't think she's going to let me work. I think this is going to have to be the end of our show because she wants to play. I don't know what got into her. Like, we were playing earlier, but she did go to her bed and take a nap while I was cooking. She did give me peace while I was cooking. Just, here. You want some potatoes? Here. You don't like the potato? All right, well. You want a carrot? Oh, now she's eating it. Maybe she didn't know what it was. I don't know. She just keeps whining. Sorry, guys. I got distracted. Wonder how many of the people who come here to spread hate have done one darn thing to help find Sebastian. They don't care about Sebastian. They don't care about Sebastian. I truly believe that Sumner County was trolled. I really do. I believe they were trolled. They allowed a bunch of haters to get in their mind and poison their mind, and they just got a one-track mind, and now they think they know who I am and what I do, and they don't. That's what I truly think happened, you know? And one of the reasons why I always try to reach out to law enforcement when I go into town, which we did. I mean, we went through the mayor's office, the planning commission, we did everything above board there, you know. I wasn't going to talk to anybody. I wasn't going to bother anybody. I didn't even want to notify anybody that I was even in town. Because I shouldn't have to. I should be able to do my job, drive on the roads, and get in and get out like I have always done. I am a Florida resident. I live predominantly in Florida. So these areas I only go into for content and videotaping purposes or to cover a story. Otherwise, I would not be there, right? I can do everything else right from the comfort of my own home. I would not be there. So I've got some problems here, and we'll hopefully, we'll go into court, see what the judge has to say. Again, that's September 10th. Please reach out if you're in the local area of Hendersonville or Nashville. Please reach out to your local investigative reporter and let them know about this case. Remind them that this is going to be the first time. Let me repeat that. The first time you're going to see this entire family inside a courtroom. They have not seen each other or been together in 6 months. So I'm very interested to see how the body language between these individuals is going to look like. I think everybody that has a vested interest in this case should be present at that court hearing on September 10th. I don't know what time it is. I just know I gotta be there. I don't know what time it is. Hopefully I'm not late. But if I am late, hopefully I'm fashionably late. We'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out. You've got receipts and witnesses to your lie. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. You would think that it would be... You would think that it would not be like this in America. But it is. The freedom of the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, the freedom to peacefully assemble, the freedom of press, these are literally the number one amendment to the Constitution. The first one. The very first one. It's not 5th, it's not 6th, it's not 10th, it's not 14th. It's the very first one. And it is amazing to me that people in this country that love and want their voice don't mind trying to silence a critic, trying to shut something down because they don't like the commentary. You don't have to like it, just like I don't have to like your commentary. But you know the difference between me and them is I change the channel. I don't watch it. If I don't like somebody's commentary, I'm not going to be over there hanging on every word to hear what they have to say because I don't care. I don't care. Perhaps I need to come for the 10th to show support. Oh, well, I appreciate it. Well, you know, this is a huge national case. And the parents, in my opinion, well, not my opinion, as a matter of fact, the parents lied. The parents lied. And I'm still upset that the county knows they lied, knows that this is all fraudulent and all not above board, and still allow it to go on. That is the most concerning for me. Betty, is it September 9th and 10th? No, it's just September 10th. It's September 10th. I will be rooting for you on the 10th from the UK. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. This boy needs to be found. $50,000 reward. We need to be getting into those woods. We need to be getting in under the bridges. We need to start having some searches. We need to, Terry Lynn's having one on September 14th. I don't know if I'll be around for that because it's a long, to be honest with you, when I get out of that community, I'm coming straight back to Florida. I don't know if I'm going to go back to that community again. I will do everything right from Florida. Right from Florida, right? Because I don't trust that county. Sorry. I know that, Tony wants me to quit saying it. I know a lot of people want me to quit. I don't care. I do not trust that county. That county is awful. So when I get out of there, I don't know if I'm going to make it back. I'm going to come back for the gathering of voices that we're going to be having every 2 months. But that's going to be I will never be alone. I will never be alone. I'll always have 3 or 4 people around me at any given time. I will never be alone again. I will make sure that we have witnesses and recordings and tapes on everything. I'm sorry, but it just seems really rotten and dirty there. I don't know what to tell you. They can be upset with me, whatever, but I have opinions. And the way I've been treated is disgusting, in my opinion. And I hope that I'm very successful on the 10th, but we'll see. I have body cams. But I didn't have them charged up when I was there, so I was just running live on my phones. I got several phones, and so I usually always have a phone going in addition to one of the phones not going, so I can use it to call and text and get some intel and get some information. So I think that's about it. But I would continue. If you guys support me, continue letting your voice be heard and letting your voice be known. And we'll get this resolved on Tuesday. And I want to figure out how we work from here. We need to figure this out. So I've got a lot of eyes watching, right? It sounds like Megan Fox is a First Amendment gal, and she's going to be watching. We're hoping to have some more national news in the room, but, again, I don't know. I'm kind of at everybody's blessing. Don't forget to reach out to the newsroom at Court TV as well as News Nation and tell them that this is going to be a very important hearing. This is going to be the hearing that all of the parents of Sebastian Rogers will be in one courtroom at the same time, something that has not happened in 6 months. And I believe that that'll be enough to get them over the edge and into that courtroom. We want as many cameras in that courtroom as humanly possible. I would prefer to have Court TV there, as well as News Nation. They're my go-to people watching and getting information, and hopefully they'll be a go-to for Bullhorn Betty, right? We'll see. But, it's go big or go home. It's go big or go home at this point. And, we have almost as many subscribers as they have residents in their community. Just saying. With all my platforms, we've basically got Hendersonville as audience. We have the size of Hendersonville that tunes in to Bullhorn Betty on a daily basis. Just about. In all my 97 years, never heard of it. There should be news there. Well, something's going on. I'm just saying. I've never been put in a position like this, but I'm going to make sure, that everybody, because, I know some people. I know some people very high up on the food chain. And I'm gonna make sure that they know how I was treated in a conservative county. So I'll be working that angle on my free time. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. God bless you. I'm going to finish up my legal paperwork for the other trashy lady that I'm suing in Illinois. And hopefully we move somewhere in that case too. So I just filed another motion to dismiss the first amended counterclaims, and hopefully this one has enough teeth that the judge will throw the rest of the case out on her side. So we'll see what's going on. But I got that filed today. I'm working on my third amended complaint against her now. And I think I'm going to be filing another document here in the near future to kind of see what the judge has to say about a couple of events that's recently happened. You know, it's a good old boy system. You know, that's what I'm so sick of. I'm so sick of it's a good old boy system. We do things differently here. There's a law. You're not above the law. Nobody is above the law. If the people don't want to watch me or listen to my commentary, my First Amendment rights, change the flippin' channel. It's so simple. You don't have to be here. You don't have to listen. You don't have to comment. You don't have to do squat. Change the blessed channel. Nobody's forcing you to be here. There's nobody with a proverbial gun to your head saying, hey, you must watch Bullhorn Betty. But you don't have the right to tell other people they can't. I'm just saying. I'm kind of stickler like that. I'm a constitutionalist. I fight for what's right for me. You know? I don't take away other people's rights. They're trying to take away mine. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So hopefully, guys, I trust you. I know that I've got some soldiers in here. So reach out to all of these news organizations, national news organizations. This is going to be the one time all five people will be in the same area at the same time. This is going to be a big deal. My case is a big deal. I can't wait for it to go away. But I need cameras, and I need lots and lots of cameras. I don't want my rights to be violated anymore. Okay? So do your thing. You guys do what you do. I don't know what you do. I don't care to know what you do. But you guys do your thing. And I love you. God bless. Are you going to let me pick you up, or are you wanting to play? You're being very difficult this afternoon. You know that, right? I think she wants to say bye to you guys. Let me talk to her for a minute, okay? We're having a conversation. Little baby. You want up? You want up? She does not want up. She refuses. She must just want burger. I think that's what she's begging me for, some more burger. She won't let me pick her up. I don't know why. She's never done this before. She's never taken me for a... There we go. There she is. There she is. Say hi, everybody. I love my mommy, but I'm driving her crazy this afternoon because I'm being I don't know what I'm being. I'm being a cutie pie, but being very difficult. I'm being very difficult. I think she just wanted some lovin's. I think she just wanted some lovin's. Hey, Delilah. Hey. Oh, I just hit her leg on the table. I'm so sorry. She is the cutest thing. Look at that face, that little baby. That little baby. So, it's nice to... Oh, it's me, Jen. It's nice to see you. Hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses. So, all right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for helping me make and have dinner. You know, it was nice. It was nice. Yes, I eat before, typically 4. because I usually go to bed early. You know, over the last, I don't know, 6 or 7 months, so my sleep's been all over the place, but we're going to start getting back in the swing of things. We're going to start getting up really early and start hitting the pavement and doing this stuff. We need to be, again, I have only received a couple bridges. I need more bridges. I need people to be looking at maps and trying to identify. I know we went through this before, but now we're having more of a strategic, because I had people sending me bridges all over the place, and I need to be able to map them so they make sense in a rotation, like, you know, we'll go here, you know, do this thing and then zigzag up to this, you know, in order. And so what I'm looking for right now is we're looking for all the bridges, mostly desolate areas, or at least desolate areas in the evening time, nighttime, you know, 6 to midnight to 6 or whatever it is. And we need to identify all of those within, outside of the 5-mile perimeter from ground zero. Ground zero is the home that he disappeared from. And if we can identify those, we need to have, you know, some of those are, you know, might just be little creeks that aren't very deep, and those can be eliminated. Major roadways, bridges that, you know, like 4 lanes or more that have a lot of traffic on it, those are, I'm not looking for those. Those are eliminated. So we can do, through this process of elimination, we can go ahead and eliminate a lot of bridges. If somebody would like to help out, you know, let's look at all the bridges. We need to map all the bridges. We've already got a map of the bridges, I should say that. Now we just need to identify which bridges, but I don't want to do the whole entire Sumner County. I want to do it very strategic. So next is going to be 6 miles out, 7 miles out, 8 miles out, 9 miles out, 10 miles out. I'm not prepared to go 20 miles out yet. I'm not prepared for that. It almost seems a little too large of an area. I think statistically that might be too far, but we won't know until we process this stuff for the first 10 miles. 5 miles we don't have to worry about. Law enforcement has penetrated that area. So we're looking from 5 miles to 10 miles. And then once we are looking for all the bridges there, and then once those are resolved, then we'll look a little further. I think that will be the best method. He's not around that area. I don't think he's around Hendersonville. Honestly, I think he's in Gallatin or White House. That has been my belief for a while. But I went out to Memphis and Mississippi just to get a lay of the land, to find out if it was true, if it is true. You know, if I felt like he was out there, and I don't think he's in that area. I don't think it's a possibility, in my opinion. I think anybody in Mississippi or Memphis is just wasting their time. The only thing I'm trying to do is find out if there was any activity that would lead to the whereabouts of Sebastian, if things were purchased, if certain people were seen in certain areas. You know, that's kind of where we're at. So anyways, guys, I hope you rock it out with your coffee beans out. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, please be safe. But more importantly, please be kind to one another. God bless. Oh, and who gave, I just realized we had some, I think I did this earlier and forgot to thank whoever I saw. There was $5 from there. So I just want to thank Jeff H. Thank you. Vita is officially part of this crazy crew we call the Coffee Club. And Lady Lacey, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you and all you guys do. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.